the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Marr now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 54, right, 54. Sunday. You're all mine, baby. Christian, travel. This one, seven. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And incomplete to open things up.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get him. Check 13. Check 3.
Wentz going to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
First down, Eagles.
Go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Check safety.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Wentz.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's going to be a long day. Here we go, kill. Let's go. Hey, we got hustle.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Intended that time for Cooper. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Escaping the pressure right. That was going to let it go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. To throw is Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. This is Howard on 2nd down. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 120. 54. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Hey, alert 3. Check 24. Check 24.
Wentz now to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Check. Check. 53 is mine. Let's go one more.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. 1st down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them, 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing his Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Switch. Check nickel.
Now Wentz. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
There you go. Go right in. Hey, you got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, pick your game.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's it. Big hit.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Go right in. 53 is the mic. Here I come. Hey, kill. 53. 47. Mike. Check Mike. Check. 53's Mike. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. CD, we want to remind folks, in honor of its 100th season, the NFL is encouraging fans to join players, teams, and the NFL family in a year-long volunteer initiative called Huddle for 100. Choose a cause, volunteer 100 minutes of your time, and help shape what your community will look like for the next 100 years. Visit NFL.com/huddle-for-100 to track your minutes and get rewarded. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the toss play, Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, Wentz. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
61, matchbox lights.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Waiting. Mike 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Sunday. Mike 5-4. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 43. Hatch it.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Austin. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Pick it up, pick it up. Here we go, 46. 53, 53, check 53. Rabbit. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Then we're going to 53. Check. 53's Mike. Check. Under. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Maher is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Switching gears for a second, Charles, this last week has not been kind to quarterbacks who are toward the end of their career. You think about Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, both with injuries, and then Eli Manning, he's heading to the bench.
Maybe we look at it as a collective passing of the torch. Not in a way that anyone really wants when you talk about Brees and Roethlisberger due to injury, although I expect Brees to be back before this season is over and play. Eli, it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Will he accept that role as the number 2? Will someone else in the league want Eli Manning to quarterback for them? But overall, think about who's still left out there. The Tom Brady's of the world, we're seeing a lot of his guys maybe start to transition.
8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. We're going to 54. Why? Watch the whip.
Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Watch the shoot. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. 53 at the mic. 53.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, empty.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Right side caught by Jackson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go with Howard again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180.
On the delay, it's Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter does.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Here we go, here we go. 54 I got you. Go. Check 31. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Switch gears. Under crush.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Wentz now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, this is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.